Good morning, students. How are you today? Okay, so I'm here again. This is Rafi G. Aguilar, your teacher in the disciplines and ideas in social sciences. Before we proceed to our formal discussion, don't forget to visit our official website at www.gaitf.com. Don't forget to visit our learning path. Download the PDF I have uploaded there, and of course don't forget to answer the quizzes and activities I have prepared. So, shall we start now? Okay. Before we begin to our formal discussion, I have here our objectives. So this will be our objectives. At the end of the lesson, we will obtain these objectives. So what are the objectives for today's lesson? First, trace the historical foundations that paved the way for the growth of social science disciplines. Second, relate the disciplines of social sciences to the current issues in our society. Third, apply the social science discipline in analyzing social issues and everyday situations. And last but not least, appreciate the relevance of social science discipline in our everyday life. For this morning is all about historical context of the emergence of the social science disciplines. Before we begin, do you have any idea about this? Historical context of the emergence of the social science disciplines. Last meeting, we've discussed about the disciplines of social sciences. What are those disciplines? Can you still remember? Let's see if we can still remember. Social science disciplines. So these are the disciplines in social science. Anthropology, demography, economics, geography, history, linguistics, political science, psychology, and sociology. So these are the disciplines of social science. The emergence of social science traces its root from the Age of Enlightenment, 17th to 19th century. The Age of Enlightenment, also known as the Age of Reason, is a period in Western history when philosophers, especially in Britain and France, tried to use reason to understand and improve society, government, and humanity. That's according to Perry in the year 1989, page 407. This period stimulated interest in studying human society and behavior in a scientific way. The need to examine society, politics, history, and economic life paved the way for the birth of social sciences. The term social science only appeared until the 19th to mid-20th century. New World Encyclopedia, 2020. It initially appeared in 1842 in the book An Inquiry into the Principles of the Distribution of Wealth Most Conducive to Human Happiness by William Thomson in the year 1775 to 1833. The term social science has come to refer generally to all disciplines that analyze society and culture, from the anthropology to political science to linguistics. Emergence of the social science discipline. First is the anthropology. So anthropology is the study of humanity. The emergence of anthropology as a discipline can be traced on ancient Greece during the time of Herodotus, 484 to 425 before Christ. De la Cruz et al., 2016, page 23. When Herodotus recorded important events in the Greek and Persian Wars, he took to account the cultural background of Greece and Persia. The study of anthropology was advanced by Franz Boas in 1858 to 1942, known as the father of modern anthropology. Boas introduced the concept of cultural relativism, which is a point of view that sees all cultures to be equal with each other. There is no such thing as superior or inferior culture. Reudick, 2016, page 167. He is also one of the pioneers who fought discrimination against immigrants, blacks, and indigenous people of America. Boas believed that through anthropology people would have a wider understanding of human interaction by studying its culture. His social reforms and theories were adopted by anthropologists today. Next is the demography, or the study of human population. The study of human population has its roots as early as the ancient period. Kautilya, a contemporary of Plato, believed that a large population is a source of military, political, and economic strength of a nation. De la Cruz et al., 2016, page 35. This was also supported by Ibn Khaldun, a 14th century Arab historian, who believed that a large population is important for expansion of imperial power. However, this thing was also reversed when an increase in population growth is seen as a threat in developing countries. Thomas Robert Malthus, 1766 to 1834, an economist and writer of an essay on the principle of population in 1798, declared that population increases at a faster rate than the food supply. As a result, humanity is never far from starvation. Perry, 1989, page 531. John Grant, 1623 to 1687, is regarded as the founder of demography. His book, Natural and Political Observations Made Upon the Fields of Mortality, 1662, laid the foundation for modern statistics and demography. Third is the economics. So economics, the study of efficient allocation of scarce resources. The period of enlightenment has inspired the first part of economics, De la Cruz et al., 2016, page 26. Adam Smith, 1723 to 1790, regarded as the father of economics, is credited for creating the field of economics. His book entitled An Inquiry to the Nature and Causes of the Wealth of Nations, 1776, laid the foundations for economic theories and doctrine. Smith advocated the doctrine of laissez-faire, or laissez-faire, let alone policy, which means that government should not interfere with business. This paved the way for the creation of a free market economy. The Industrial Revolution, 1760 to 1840, a period in history characterized by rapid industrialization and urbanization, brought about by the advances in technology, saw the development of new economic theories. 19th century thinkers spent a great deal in offering solutions to the impact of industrialization. David Ricardo, 1772 to 1823, applied the principles of laissez-faire to wages to maximize profit, while Karl Marx, 1818 to 1883, advocated socialism to protect the rights of the laborers from the abuses of the capitalist. Ricardo and Marx were two of the pioneers who developed economic theories as a response to the impact of industrialization. Fourth is geography, the study of the interaction between the natural environment and the people living in it. It was during the Hellenistic age, 323 before Christ to 30 before Christ, a period when Greek cultural influence and power reached the peak of its geographical expansion, that the science of geography emerged. Eratosthenes, 276 to 104 before Christ, chief librarian of the Alexandria Library, pioneered the study of geography. He is the first person to use the term geography, and is also regarded as the father of geography. He is also best known for being the first person to calculate the circumference of the Earth. He also created the first global projection of the world using parallels and meridians based on the available geographic knowledge during his time, Britannica 2020. He also wrote the three-book volume Geographica, a compilation of his study of the nature of the surface of the Earth, focusing on the inhabited portions and the people living in it, De La Cruz et al. 2016, page 27. This book became the inspiration for the consequent works and studies of other geographers. Fifth is history, the study of important recorded events. Herodotus, 484 to 425 before Christ, is considered as the father of history. He is credited as the first historian to employ historical methods in writing history. His vivid account of the Greek-Persian Wars set a new standard then for reporting. Thucydides, 460 to 400 before Christ, improved the writing techniques of Herodotus and emphasized on factual reporting when he recorded the events during the Peloponnesian War. Perry, in the year 1989, page 84, he applied strict standards of impartiality and evidence gathering to establish facts. Sixth is linguistics, the scientific study of language. The science of linguistics has been pioneered by sophists during ancient Greece. Sophists are teachers who traveled from city to city, teaching speech, grammar, poetry, gymnastics, mathematics, and music to the Athenian youth. Perry, in the year 1989, page 87. It is believed then that when a person masters the art of public speaking, they have a higher chance to succeed in politics. Greek philosopher Aristotle, 384 to 322 before Christ, laid the foundation of Western linguistics as part of the study of rhetoric on his book Poetics. Noam Chomsky, the year 1928, regarded as the father of linguistics, has published books in linguistics and became a dominant model of formal linguistics in recent decades. Britannica 2020. Next is political science, study of politics, power, and government. Analysis of politics started as early as the times of Confucius, the year 551 to 479 before Christ, in ancient China, and Greek philosopher Plato and Aristotle in ancient Greece. Plato, 427 to 342 before Christ, was the first thinker to analyze political systems. He expressed his political ideas in his book, The Republic, which is a description of an ideal state. Perry, in the year 1989, page 89. While Aristotle, 384 to 322 before Christ, is regarded as the father of political science, Plato is considered a pioneer in the field of political theory. His book entitled Politics looked at different forms of government in terms of how they were run and what benefits and responsibilities their citizens had. His political views became a source of inspiration for political thinkers such as Thomas Hobbes and John Locke. Thomas Hobbes, 1558 to 1679, wrote the book Leviathan. He believed that a strong ruler is needed to impose impose order in the state. On the other hand, John Locke, 1632 to 1704, wrote two treatises of government. He believes that the purpose of the government is to protect the natural rights of its citizens. According to the Locke, all people are born free and equal with the right to life, liberty, property, and pursuit of happiness. He also believed that if a government fails to protect the rights of its citizens, the people have the right or duty to overthrow the government and establish a better one. Locke's theory of government was immensely influential in modern political thinking. His principle that government derives its power from the consent of the people became the foundation of modern democracy. Psychology, study of behavior and mental processes. The development of psychology could be dated back as early as the ancient Greece when Aristotle, 384 to 322 before Christ, claimed that the brain is the seat of the rational human animal. The science of psychology was founded by Wilhelm Wundt, 1832 to 1920, a German psychologist, and is considered as the father of modern psychology. He distinguished psychology as a science from philosophy and biology. He was also the first person to ever call himself a psychologist. Wundt also founded the first formal laboratory for psychological research, the La Cruz 2016, page 33. Ivan Pavlov, a Russian experimental scientist, studied the behavior and nervous system of animals. He found that an animal's involuntary action, its reflexes, could be changed or conditioned through training. Simon Freud, 1856 to 1839, an Austrian neurologist, pursued to understand the workings of an unconscious mind, which he deemed to be the source of human action. Freud developed the method known as psychoanalysis, in which mental and emotional problems and disorders are treated by trying to discover their sources in the unconscious mind. Perry, 1989, page 627. Next is sociology, study of social interaction. The science of sociology was born as a result of social changes brought about by the impact of Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution created massive changes not only in the field of technology and manufacturing processes, but also in the work and living pattern of the people. Factory life pulled people away from their homes, changed their work schedule, and weakened their family ties. De La Cruz et al. 2016, page 34. Given the existing condition, it required a new way of thinking to understand society and improve social interaction. The term sociology was invented by a French philosopher, Auguste Comte, 1798 to 1856. He emphasized that the study of society must be scientific. Comte favored positivism, which is a way of understanding that is based on science. He envisioned a process of social change in which sociologists play important roles in guiding society. Terray et al. 2011, page 21. Aside from Comte, Emile Durkheim, 1858 to 1917, and Max Weber, 1864 to 1920, were also considered as pioneer thinkers in sociology in the early 90s. They did careful research, gathered information, and analyzed their findings in attempts to find out what factors affect the ways people behave in groups. Durkheim argued that sociology should be the study of social facts. This is the method we used in studying why people commit suicides. Weber, on the other hand, advocates a value-free sociology which means it has to be approached without the personal bias of the sociologist. He believed that people must be critical in their concepts and evidences, and they must follow strict logical principles in their reasoning. That's all for today's class. Don't forget to visit our official website, www.gaitf.com. Don't forget to visit the learning path and answer the activities and quizzes I have done. So that's all. Thank you for having your time with me, and I hope you've learned something from me. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Bye. God bless everyone.